chicken. It wasn't even a chicken, it was a cock. Can't believe I just ruined my time lapse to touch a cock.
Hello, I'm Ash, and for the next 24 hours, I'm going to let Pokemon Go decide my fate. By using the nearest Pokestops and gyms as my guide, I'll hope to embark on an adventure full of surprise, discovery, and, well, Pokemon. As fun as that sounds, it's also potentially very dumb, considering I'll be visiting an area of the UK I've never been to before, and I'll have to find somewhere to spend the night. But that sounds like a problem for future Ash. Here's how it's going to work. Wherever the nearest Pokestop or gym is in the game, that will be the next location I have to walk to. Once there, I will check the game and I will do the same again, and again, and again for the next 24 hours. Where the hell would I end up? Who will I meet? Where will I sleep at night? The answer to these questions I will soon regrettably discover. My starting point for this challenge would be Petersfield, a small town within the South Downs, famous for its residents such as Erica Rowe, the renowned Twickenham streaker of 1982. Don't bother looking for high quality footage of that, it doesn't exist. Don't ask me how I know. And so, on a beautiful August day, I departed from my polluted London home, caught a train southwest, and ventured to the quaint and quiet town of Petersfield, though nothing could quite prepare me for the adventure that was about to unfold.
Right, I'm here at Petersfield. I've never been before. I had no idea what it'd be like. It's a nice little town / village. Lots of old people, but it's lovely. Lots of stuff going on a Sunday in the summer. There was like a little community festival thing. My plan has already gone downhill a little bit because my plan was to grab lunch, like a good lunch at a cafe before I started, just to get a good meal in me, because obviously I don't know how much food I'm going to be getting. I imagine I'll walk past shops and restaurants, but I'd rather start off on a good foot.
Oh, and I'm not packing anything to eat. Instead, I must get food from any shops, pubs, or restaurants that I might stumble across along the way. Water, I'll of course bring with me. I mean, only an idiot would forget to bring that.
My plan was, after eating my meal, to load up Pokemon Go, find a cool looking Pokestop, call that my starting point, and go from there. And I didn't have any signal. I didn't even think about that. What if I don't get signal? So new plan. If I lose connection, I don't know where I'm going, I'll try and get to the Pokestop I was heading to. If not, again, I'll head north. So I haven't actually opened up Pokemon Go yet. Sick, okay, so there's literally 5 Pokestops right here. If we say this one here is my first one, the basketball hoop, which is over there, if you can see it, the basketball hoop. Swipe that bad boy. Right, I'm gonna need to make sure I don't run out of like inventory space. That's gonna be the hard part, because that always happens with Pokemon, and I ain't paying for more storage. That's not how I play. And basically, so I don't go back on myself, I'm just gonna screenshot whenever I do a Pokestop. Iron bag already full. This is, god damn it! I'm gonna get an egg going as well. Oh, I just got a 10k egg, that's good. I can't be bothered to keep switching out eggs like every 5 minutes. That sounds really annoying. Here we go. So the next nearest Pokestop is that one there. Oh, there's a lake over there. So, first destination is the Jubilee Tree. I'm gonna go get the GoPro on, and we're gonna start. This is gonna be insane. I have no idea what to expect. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Okay, it took me a minute to get my GoPro on my head. So these have all reset. I think it's every 5 minutes they do it, but we spun them and we're heading this way to the Jubilee trees. So the fastest way to do that is to go this way. The original plan wasn't to catch many Pokemon. I've already found a Shuppet. Let's go. First throw, gone badly. Don't judge. God, not even a nice throw. This is awful. For everyone that's very good at Pokemon Go, please be kind. I haven't played in a long time. Right. We got a Shuppet, very nice. Let's open its gate. So yeah, it's very kind of villagey around here. I purposely picked a more rural location because obviously I live in London, right? If I do this in London, I'm gonna get my phone stolen. Like someone's gonna go past on a moped and they'll lose the GoPro and the phone in one go. That would be a disaster. Oh God, we're already here. at the Jubilee tree. Oh, I think it's that one there. Maybe that's the Jubilee tree. Who knows? Anyway, that's swiped, that's screenshotted. Next closest looks to be this over here. Petersfield Park, very nice. I should say we started at about 12:45, so 12:45 is the time that we'll stop tomorrow. 24 hours, oh god, here we go.
And who knows what would await me during those 24 hours. For now though, I was greeted by a delightful lake located in an easterly direction away from town. It was clearly a popular walking spot for locals, especially being a bank holiday weekend. I weaved my way onto a cute footbridge, admiring the sights.
And this is very nice. Oh god, I want to go on a boat. Oh, there's pillows. Sadly, that is not an option today. Okay, I am conscious that I started in the town centre when there was loads of shops and restaurants and stuff. And to get a signal, I had to venture out. And now immediately, there's no like shops or anything. And currently, I don't have any food or water on me. So, look out for shops.
Yep, you heard that right. I left my nice, refreshing 2 litres of water on my bed back at home. Not ideal when it's the summer and you're planning to hike for many miles. But hey, at least it was less weight on my back. Still, there was plenty of time to come across a shop, and in the meantime, there were plenty of Pokestops to pique my interest.
Alright, here we are. The next Pokestop. Duck Island. Where's Duck Island? There it is.
Duck Island lived up to its name, and as I departed the idyllic shores of the lake, I was quickly reminded of the reality of playing Pokémon Go outside of cities.
And now we're immediately leaving town. I think that's going to be the next nearest Pokestop afterwards. I think there's going to be lots of heading north. And maybe I underestimated how many Pokestops there would be in the kind of more rural areas, because apparently there's not much. It might make me end up doing some big loop back into Petersfield, or then I would run out, and once I've run out and I've done them all, I'm just gonna have to head due north.
That's right, if there were no available Pokestops, my plan was to simply head north until there was one. That wasn't a problem right now though, and soon I was departing the busy road and cutting through some bushes to reach my next Pokestop.
Adventure awaits.
Now admittedly, I wasn't catching every Pokemon on sight, mainly out of fear of my terrible throws slowing me down, but I would of course make exceptions.
Oh, Snorlax in the wild! No, we obviously got to catch that. Is it a big boy? No, it's pretty pathetic, but I'll catch it because I feel like Snorlaxes in the wild are pretty rare. They were when I used to play anyway. Maybe they're super cool. Oh, excellent throw, baby. Look at that. Get in the ball. Get in the ball. Don't make me do that again. Oh, you son of a gun.
Now, as you watch me struggle to catch a measly Snorlax, I thought I should mention a few challenges that had been set for me by both my colleagues and Reddit. These included petting a real-life Pokemon, in other words, a cat or a dog or some other animal, catching a shiny Pokemon, and collecting berries that match those in the game.
I posted about doing this challenge on the Pokemon Go subreddit, asking for like different challenges that I could do. One of them was to collect berries that are like berries in the game. Now I can't really remember what they are. They kind of raspberry-like. In the Reddit post, they were like, "Oh, you should totally eat them." Like, eat the berries that you find. Little tip, guys: don't eat berries and food you find in the wild that you don't know what it is. You don't want to die. So I'm gonna collect some, and this can be my raspberry. So put this in my pocket down here. This will be my little berry pocket. Look at it in there. Hopefully soon it will have some friends.
Pressing on through Petersfield Heath, my next Pokestop was surprisingly empty and was soon awash in the glorious yellows of Team Instinct. Annoyingly, my game stopped recording here, but the Pokestop happened to belong to a very old cricket club.
There it is, that cricket club, 1751. For any of you American viewers, if my history is correct, I can't remember, but that cricket club might be older than your country. It's getting quite hot. Sun's coming out. I've got sun cream on, so... Well, I don't have it on, I've got it with me, so I might have to whip that out in a minute. So I don't burn everywhere. Ooh, an abra, you don't see them every day. Ooh, that's a toughie as well. If I remember rightly, they're quite hard to catch, so I'm actually going to try and get him. Nice. Please be good. Nope, it's trash and the appraisal. Get out of here. I should keep an eye on berries, like these ones. Items. These are kind of, oh look, these look like the unripe blackberries. There we go, these very much look like raspberries. We'll keep that, put that in a little sack. And hell, oh, stinging nettles, stinging my knees. So we try one of these blackberries. Oh, sweet. That was nice. Oh, there's tons of them around. Normally want to try and get the ones higher up off the ground because animals can, like, while they're eating, like urinate and stuff on them. I heard that in a YouTube video once. Some survival person. Don't know how good that advice is, but we're following it today. We're quite half the ground. And these are looking nice. Oh, not as sweet, that one. But they're a lot bigger. Okay, at least that way we know if everything goes to shit, we don't get food, we can live off blackberries.
After my quick berry break, my next location looked to be a couple of Pokestops back towards a more residential area, sparking some hope that I'd eventually circle back towards the bustling town, ripe with shops and cafes, though Pokemon Go had other plans.
Okay, this is a bit worrying. I had to go back in towards Petersfield to do these two Pokestops here. The next nearest one is this gym that I'm at. I'm heading back out of town, which is not great. What I'm hoping though is that it looks a bit more civilized down that way. And even though there's a Pokestop here, I think the next nearest one is that one over there. So hopefully we'll run into a town, because currently I don't have any food or drink on me, which is really frustrating and really stupid on my part. So we've only been doing this for nearly an hour. So if the situation starts looking dire, I will just have to, you know, go off route, grab some water, and that's on me. But we're not there yet. We've still got plenty of time. Oh, there's a cat. Hey. Hey. No, come back, Pokemon, please.
Brushing off that bit of rejection, I reached my Pokestop and once again walked back on myself down this woodland footpath. This would very much become a theme in this video. Trekking past some rather fancy looking houses, it was here that the sun was really beginning to blast down on me, making me all the more thirsty. Luckily, there were Pokemon to keep me occupied.
Ooh, a Lickitung. Okay, just gotta get a Lickitung for the memes. God, it is very nice around here. God knows how much these houses are.
Repressing the cruel reminder that homeownership was a distant dream, I emerged onto a lovely sunlit field. And as the temperature continued to climb, it was there that I spotted a beautiful sight. Taro Leisure Centre. Plotted on the outskirts of Petersfield, it's home to a gym, swimming pool, and even a little water slide. But it was one other facility that was at the forefront of my mind.
Oh, vending machines. So the leisure centre came in absolutely clutch. Got 3 bottles of water from the vending machine, some orange juice. So basically there was a cafe around the corner that I didn't see. So yeah, that was very close to being a bit of a disaster. But it's fine, we sorted it out. Got some food as well. I don't want that to happen again, where I'm absolutely screwed and have anything. So that should be enough water, good amount of food, some orange juice with some sugar. So yeah, that came in absolutely clutch, because I would have no food otherwise, no food or water. And as you can see, it's very nice. It did cost me £13.50 for that water and that drink down there. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. so we'll take it. In fact, it's probably a good time to actually go through my pack. Right, so this is what I've got with me. My little hiking bag. It's not little, it's a big bag. We've got a hoodie for at night in case it gets cold. I've got a tent. It's supposed to be a 2-man, but as with tents, it's always like one size smaller. So it's realistically as a 1-man tent, but it's very small and compact. I haven't actually used it yet, so it should be interesting. Hopefully I don't have to use it. Maybe we'll come across a hotel or something and we can stay in that. Or ideally a campsite, that would be amazing. Otherwise, we're roughing it. If I have to wild camp, the plan is to pitch up late and then pack up early. So no one even knows I'm there and no one will know I was even there. And it's only for one night. And that'll be in an emergency. So yeah. Okay, what else have we got? We've got a little sleeping bag, which is nice. Got some toiletries, little sleeping pillow. Got some tissue paper and some wet wipes because obviously I didn't have a raincoat. But I have these ponchos left over from download in 2000 trees. So we've got those in case it rains, although the weather looks very nice. So I doubt that's going to happen. Got this jet boil here so we can boil things if needed or just cook something up. We've got that, which is nice. And then I've also got my sleeping pad in here, which is super small. So yeah, everything I need for one night. It's kind of a mix of being like wanting to be prepared if I have to stay overnight, but also, you know, carrying light because I'm walking around for 24 hours. Well, not 24 hours, but you know what I mean, all day, today and tomorrow. So I don't want to be carrying stuff too heavy. So I thought this is the balance. Plus, we've actually got some food now, so things are looking good.
Making the most of the pleasant shade of a car park tree, I enjoyed a potassium-rich banana, or for the sake of my challenge, a nana berry. Stocked up on supplies, Pokemon Go once again made me go back on myself before leading me through the car park and away towards the picturesque South Downs. And very soon I was marching down idyllic footpaths, weaving through kissing gates and gliding across great green pastures, with each Pokestop taking me one step further from civilization.
It's right about now that I'm very happy we ran into that leisure centre because if you look, we are look at that one tree, that looks so cool. We're in the middle of nowhere. As you can see, there's not many Pokestops, but there's enough that like we're on a trail. So lots of Team Instinct gyms. I've not really been to Hampshire very much, but clearly it's a Team Instinct kind of area. I respect it. Back when Pokemon Go started, and there was the 3 teams, I did think that yellow would be the underdog. I think most people prefer blue or red. I like being the underdog. And then everyone else owned all the gyms and I regretted my decision. But right now, years later, I'm very happy with my decision. I've got so many Pokemon on gyms. Gonna get that 200 coin cap, who knows, by tomorrow I might be able to extend my inventory. And just for the plot, we're gonna catch this Magikarp with my left hand. Nice throw, we love that. But yeah, this is sick. This is exactly kind of how I wanted it to be. Famous last words, what's the time? It's just gone past 3. So we're just after 2 hours in. So still very early days, which is strange. It feels like this has been going on for longer than that, but let's hope it stays like this, because you just look around, it is absolutely lovely.
I really can't express just how much I was enjoying myself here. I can't lie, I was a little nervous about going on this adventure. I'd never really been hiking by myself or attempted to make a video like this, but very quickly the anxiety around those unknowns became excitement instead. I didn't know where I was or where I was heading, but I didn't care. I was overcome with the thrill of adventure and discovery. And speaking of discovery, soon it wouldn't just be the sun that was shining.
Right, we've got our first shiny. I'm very happy right now. It's only a little Growlithe, but I'm gonna take it because I felt like getting a shiny was gonna be the hardest challenge of this because I didn't know how many Pokemon I was gonna have time to actually catch. And it's right here. Oh, I'm so pleased right now, come on. I probably should have used the Ultra Ball because the challenge is to catch a shiny, and if I don't catch it, that would have been tragic. Boom, okay. Oh, we can evolve it. It's going to be awful, but I'm going to evolve it anyway, so we have a shiny Arcanine. It's one challenge down. Still haven't pet an animal yet. I've walked past so many dogs, and I've said hi to people. This area is quite nice, so when you walk past people, everyone's like, hiya. And you say hi, but oh, whoa. Man, shiny Arcanine looks like an absolute beast. He's going to be terrible in the appraisal, though. He's all right. He's all right. I'll take it back. Right. So, it looks like he came... Which way did we come from? Pretty sure we came from... that way? With the gyms? On we go.
After that momentary lapse in navigational skills, I was soon cruising by some old farm buildings, past the hefty stone cock, and up alongside a large quarry. So far, Pokemon Go and its various Pokestops and gyms had guided me through all sorts of interesting terrain, but that was soon about to change.
Okay, we've hit a bit of a disaster because we were heading south, started heading east. That Pokestop behind me, you can see back there, was our last Pokestop, and there is just nothing. And I can't head north because north is that way, and I'm stuck behind this field. I could try and cut across the field, but there's a good chance I get stuck in it. We're going through the hedgerows and stuff. Could try and geo-wizard it and just say fuck the hedgerows, and I mean look at those bushes. I don't know if I can get through that. It's a bit different when you're traveling light, but when you have a tent with you and a whole massive backpack. Oh, and at that moment I see a gym and a Pokestop. What the hell's that in the distance? Nyewood village notice board. Right, that's where we're going.
Now, I had never heard of Nyewood, which is unsurprising considering only around 100 people live there. It was well into the afternoon by now, and I was hoping that this small village might be home to a pub where I could grab some dinner. I passed an area ripe for camping up for the night, but decided that there was still plenty of light for adventuring.
Right, we're at this little library post box, telephone box. You don't see many of these anymore. What a relic. Look at all the red. Red telephone box, red post box, red dog shit box. We love it. It's British. Book exchange and information. Oh, heavy door. Screenshot, done. And then we need to do this up Pokestop that we're next to. It's for the park. Through there. And then we need to head south for a little bit. And then I have a feeling we'll be heading back north. And then who knows from there. What have we got? It'd be cool to have a book. It's a little memento. I feel really bad that I don't have anything else to give. Oh, I thought that said Tony Hawk. He wrote a book. The French Pyrenees. I much prefer skateboarder Tony Hawk. All right, we're gonna press on.
I walked up and then backward myself down Nyewood's seemingly singular street, went past a dog who did not seem to like me, before arriving at Nyewood's snazzy village hall. Once there though, Pokemon Go was once again void of any Pokestops or gyms, which only meant one thing.
Right, north, just kind of that way.
And that way was a very long winding road up a big hill with no pavements and speedy cars. It actually took around half an hour of walking before anything would pop up on the map. Not that I was complaining though, the Pokemon Go soundtrack provided the perfect backdrop for the delightful scenery.
It looks like we're coming up to a town or a village. If you look on here, Pokestop's nearest one. Garbits Wood welcome sign. There's a few Pokestops coming up, which is nice. I'm hoping that means civilization. Hoping that means restaurants or pubs. The worst thing would be is if there is one, but it's not en route to the nearest Pokestop. I'd probably cry. The hill is nearly complete, and we're approaching that sweet Pokestop. So let's see where we end up going. It might be the case after all those... Oh shit. He just tripped and died. Okay.
Managing to make it to Rogate in one piece, it's there that I spotted a beautiful sight.
The white horse.
With its 16th century wooden beams and its friendly young staff, the White Horse provided a much-needed haven from the afternoon sun. Dousing my cravings for sugar and caffeine via a nice pint of Coke, I pitched a spot to charge my camera batteries and my own. Although I very quickly found out that tragically they had stopped serving food. With a nice hot meal out of the question, my attention turned to my next priority. Where the hell would I be sleeping this evening? Now, funnily enough, I got chatting to a couple of the staff about my predicament, and while they very kindly suggested nearby campsites or even the field behind the pub, they both failed to mention that the pub itself was a hotel, equipped with comfy beds and a hot breakfast. But ignorant of such information, and with only an hour or so of daylight left, I left the cozy confines of the White Horse to find a sleeping spot.
I never got that guy's name. He is working at the pub.
Oh, it's a little gym.
To be fair, he mentioned that this field is owned by like the town council, the village council. There is going to be a temptation to it actually would have been an ideal place to camp because it's very open. So I could camp back here behind this like thing. And no one would know. Do we stay here? Camp up, or do we press on? Sundown's at like 8. I've got a head torch with me. I think we keep going. We keep going north. Although if it's just farmers' fields, that's where the issue is. Like if it's like a wooded area, then that's fine. And it looks like it's going to be all of these dodgy roads. I don't want to be on these roads late at night. Jeez, okay. Which way is north? Kind of north goes in between the kind of two of them. There is a footpath. I think the safer option is to take the footpath, which I think is through here. Ooh, look at this. This is cool. Gonna go full Theresa May right now.
This wasn't actually a wheat field, it was a cornfield. Correcting my GoPro from coming undone and falling away from me, the public footpath emerged onto a clearing and onwards towards what looked like a more wooded area. Now, I do apologise for the more frantic camera footage here. I was starting to lose light and was moving pretty quick in the hopes of finding a place to set up camp. At this point, I was having to head north and in doing so found a forest ripe for camping if it weren't for the private property signs warning against straying from the path. But at that moment, I noticed a small triangular looking piece of land on Pokémon Go.
This is looking promising. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. Maybe I can do potentially like behind all these fallen trees. Oh wow, look at that. Someone's made a tree house. It's clearly, yeah, this might be behind someone's garden right now. Thing is, I don't know if this is technically their land. Or if, you know, they just use it. Yeah, if I'm like here, there's nothing above me that can follow me and kill me. That's the path there, but I should be fairly hidden. Right, I'll set up the camera so we can watch me pitch up. But yeah, this is the camp spot.
Yes, this plot of land backed onto a massive garden, and yes, I was overlooked by a decrepit-looking treehouse. But with the sun going down, I didn't have much choice. This leafy patch next to a fallen tree would have to be my home for the night. And if anything, I needed the rest. Nearly 7 hours of walking, tons of Pokemon caught, and one challenge down. And as I erected my tent, I wondered what challenges would lay before me tomorrow. As I wrap up, I'd just like to say an absolutely massive thank you for watching. This is a tiny channel, so the fact that you're here is awesome. And if you hit that like and subscribe button, well, it just means the world. Your support means I can do more things like this in the future. And with that, join me for part 2, where I will head deeper into the unknown, find myself on a military training ground.
Risk of fire. Moderate. Great.
And finish the challenge in the best way possible. I'll see you next time.